Hello again. It's nice to see you. I'll just put your name down. And you can go right in. Choose your room. Room of palms. Room of liars. Room of black. It's Halloween, we gotta go with the room of black. The room of black isn't really a room at all. It's more of a garden courtyard. The sun beats down as you squint to see what's growing. Rows upon rows of yellow and brown plants, drying and rotten in the sun. What fruit these plants produced, shriveled on the vine. But there is a peace to this place. The crickets are chirping. And well beyond the garden, a train passes. You sit on a table opposite an empty chair. The bell rings, and a ghost appears.
Oh, I'm a ghost. Ooh. Ooh. Lol. Wait. Lol. Isn't it great being dead?
It is pretty neat.
Right? Being dead is the best way to live. I'm Drea. I'm like dead, obviously.
Nice to meet you, Drea.
Square.
Hey, I'm cool.
Sure you are. That's not your Pontiac in the parking lot.
What's wrong with my car?
It's a moonfire. Why are you trying to fool with that spoiler? Not me. Deads drive the worst cars. It's like you die and you instantly forget how to live.
Drea looks around.
I mean, look at this place. Only ghosts would think a rotten garden is a good place to pick up.
And yet here you are.
Well, yeah, I'm here. Ever tried dating ghosts in the wild? They all just contort and wail. And not in the good way.
What are you into?
Boobies!
Drea snorts a little.
No, but seriously. I've gone out with all kinds. Pretty girls in dresses, who carry their own heads, a shadow who refused to let me look directly at him. Being dead is great. It's the other dead people that kill me.
I am still not used to any of this.
When I was alive, I loved jokes about dying. Life sucked. Jerks everywhere. Never enough money. The jerks got the money. That'd be all best way to die is now. Before death does me in. Should at least buy me dinner. Jokes, you know. But now that I'm dead, it just feels right. Like maybe it was meant to be. Which I guess makes sense. Since we all die in junk.
See you later, Drea. Oh god, the bell rings.
Antler Ghost rung that bell thing. That means we change places. See you in a bit.
Another ghost appears. Oh my god, this one is so cute! Is it a granny? What is this?
Oh, hello there. I'm Hattie. You'll have to forgive me. I'm a little shy. It's just so nice to get out of the home. To see a new face.
The home?
I own the old folks' home. Where I died. Queen Mary's. It's not a nice place to live, let alone die.
They treated you poorly?
I wouldn't say poorly. The nurses do their best, but they are short-staffed. The residents are frequently neglected. To make Queen Mary's a little better, that is my mission in death.
How do you help?
Any way I can. I keep watch on vitals. Ring a nurse when needed. Tuck residents in at night. In the final moments, I whisper in their ears. There is more, I say. Just you wait.
That's so nice.
I never thought death would be like this. As ghosts, we have power over the living. Whether they know it or not, we ought to use that power for good.
I agree.
Now that you're dead, what do you do with your time?
I am still figuring that out.
It's strange being dead. There's a Bible verse to think about it sometimes. It is better for you to enter the kingdom of God with one eye than to have two eyes and be thrown into hell, where the worms that eat them do not die and the fire is not quenched. I still have both my eyes, but what I see isn't like hell.
Hell is other people.
I've heard that. I don't believe it. I can't imagine anything worse than being alone.
Were you alone where you were alive?
No, I had a partner. Milton. He's still alive, actually. A resident at the home.
I want to hear more about Milton. The bell rings.
Oh, I guess that's our time. I suppose I will see you again. When I come back around. Thank you for the talk.
She was so nice! Another ghost appears. Good lord! Oh my god! What is this? The ghost says nothing, only stares. Hi?
What is it you require?
Companionship.
You will not receive companionship from me. I bring only pain. Like a memory that haunts. Like a curse.
Who are you?
My name? I am a knowable. A shadow of a shadow. You can call me Gary. That is who I was. Who I used to be.
Tell me about Gary.
Gary was a simple man. An accountant. Common. Gary liked the patter of rain. Baseball games and a caffeinated tea.
I miss the little things too.
They are gone. Gary is gone.
What happened? The ghost's eyes grow wide. He breathes in deeply, remembering something horrible. I'm sorry.
Do not be sorry. Sorry is reserved for those who are not. I still feel the blade. The life draining out. Emptied. An empty space. Where once there was something. Now cobwebs. A draft.
Who killed you?
I do not remember. Can you help me remember?
Absolutely. Gary, we won't talk to Gary again. The bell rings. Your time with Gary ends before you have a chance to answer. Perhaps if you get to know Gary a little better, you can help him. Help him remember how he died. It's one way to spend an evening. The second round begins.
Everybody's so flipping gloomy here. I keep thinking, who died?
Everyone died.
That's the joke. You know that's the joke, right? Man, we should just go hunting. Freak out some flesh bags. Give them something to be afraid of.
I'd like that.
Cool. I don't meet a lot of ghosts like you. Nice ones, I mean. Usually you pal around with other poltergeists.
What's wrong with poltergeists?
Nothing at all. Poltergeists are the best. It's pretty much just like the movie. One time I even tried to suck a girl into a TV. The glass got in the way. Kinda messy, actually.
Did she die?
Nah. I was kidding. I'm not like that. My friends, though, way more intense about the ghost stuff. My friend Beck likes to make corpses wink. At morticians. At open casket funerals. Allison haunts an airport hotel. Guess she likes to watch weird people doing it. I just hang out. Go to shows, terrorize this normie couple I know. Rich types who moved into my old house. They actually put a plaque that says, live, love, love. Bleh.
How do you terrorize the normies?
Possession is fun. When they're asleep, I make the girl sit up in bed and point at the corner in the dark. The guy wakes up, sees what she's pointing at, freaks out. Wakes her up and she freaks out too. It's great. Sometimes. Other times, I want to meet ghosts who aren't like me. I'm sick of doing the same things. But then, I actually remember I like doing those things. I really just want to share them with someone new. I know I probably sound pathetic. Already? This was okay. Come find me after. We'll do something.
What exactly do you have in mind?
You'll see.
Hello again. How is the speed dating going? Is it everything you hoped it would be?
You are not my favorite, but you are my second favorite. You're my favorite so far.
There's no need for flattery. We're already getting along just fine. There's something different about you. A light. I can literally see it's glowing in here. In your guts. Just don't let it go to your head. Dying has shown me there's still a lot to learn. Always something new worth knowing.
Hattie looks at the garden rotten around you.
Do you like gardening?
I love gardening.
I never much cared for flowers. They're beautiful, but they sure don't last. Vegetables are where it's at. I love ones that grow like the dickens. Squash, snap peas. Spaghetti squash vines are thick and sharp. They will choke other plants if you're not careful.
How about spinach?
Spinach is a fun one. If you stay on top of harvesting the baby leaves, a plant will produce for months. But if you neglect it, spinach will run wild and grow bitter. Now that we're ghosts, I know we don't need to eat. I still like to grow food. Help something live, you know?
Oh.
Oops, there's the bell. I'm due at the nursing home tomorrow. I'd be honored if you'd join me. It's not as exciting a date as other ghosts might offer, but it has its rewards. Someone dear to me is taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid he only has a few days left. I want to make sure he knows they won't be his last.
That sounds wonderful.
I'm pleased that you agree. I'll meet you at Queen Mary's at 7 a.m. Sorry if that's a little early. I am my best self before noon.
Hattie floats over to the next table. She looks back and smiles.
How did you die?
Let's focus on you for now.
That is fair. I only recall slivers of my last moments alive. Emotions. Work. A shadow along the wall. I know these memories are important. I do not know how they fit together.
Tell me about the emotions.
There was anger, frustration, guilt. Now all I long for is revenge. It pumps through me like blood. But how can I need revenge when I don't know what happened? When I don't know who is to blame?
You mentioned a shadow.
The shadow was long, dark, but familiar. It crept along the wall. It crept through the office as we worked at night. It came for me. It has a name. Oh, why can't I remember its name?
Gary's eyes looked so threatening when you first met him. Now they look sort of sad. Maybe we should go to your old office.
I haven't been back. As much as there's something drawing me to that place, there's more pushing me away.
I'll be by your side.
Sentimental, and yet, knowing I will not do this alone, it helps. I still feel the blade, the life draining out. Join me after the final bell. Together, we will discover why.
He left before the bell! The bell rings. Gary left a strange transit map behind. routes you've never seen. A certain stop is circled.
Obviously, we're going for Gary. It's just sad that I'm just sad that I promised Hattie we would that we would go and find her in the morning, but
I feel like Gary needs me more than she does. You arrive at the bus stop where Gary asked to meet. The last bus went by hours ago. Still, there are other ghosts, waiting for something. One natters to herself like a squirrel. Another is on the ground, arms around his knees, rocking back and forth. The third ghost has his back turned, staring silently into the darkness. It's Gary. He's wearing a bow tie.
I wore a bow tie.
You look nice.
I wish to look respectable. One must look respectable when meeting one's end. Even for the second time. Also, I thought you would like it.
I love it. Gary smiles. Briefly.
We're going to the place where I died. The office where I worked as an accountant. Under the tracks, where the trains grind and the walls shake. The dead end of a crooked drive.
Sounds spooky.
Yes, spooky.
A dim purple light washes over Gary's face.
The dead of night bus has arrived.
This bus is not sanctioned by any city. Its driver is a wisp, a fragment of a broken spirit, trained to perform repetitive tasks. You and the other ghosts get on the bus. There is no fare. You've all paid the price.
The office is just as I remember it. I sat in the corner. Accounting is not thrilling work, but it can be exceptionally busy.
The papers on Gary's old desk are carefully stacked. It seems he liked to keep things orderly.
My partner's desk. Always a mess.
Papers and rotting food cover every inch of this other desk.
Service.
What about your service?
Not my service. Service was my partner. Service Gelk.
What was he like?
I worked with a man for 16 years. At first for a bank. We were miserable, so we struck out on our own.
Gary sits at service desk. He turns on the desk lamp to get a better look at the papers. He was a friend?
He was a thief.
The green and gold lamp collecting dust on Service's desk casts a long shadow. The shadow begins to move. It creeps along the wall until it hangs squarely over Gary.
He was telling our clients they owed money. Money they did not owe. He would pocket it for himself. Small amounts, so I would not notice. But even small numbers do not add up.
Gary struggles to stand. He seems troubled by something.
When I confronted him, there was a fight.
In this room?
Yes, I killed him. Oh God! I still feel the blade, the knife in my hand. I looked for gloves, bleach. I found them, but I could not hide what I'd done. Instead, I called the police. Sitting quietly in the dark, I waited for them to arrive. When the officers knocked on the door, I was so scared. They warned me, but I couldn't let go of the weapon, frozen in place, right there in our office. They shot me where I stood. I died here. Same as service.
At least you know.
I am haunted by an act of vengeance, not the need of it. I am sorry for bringing you here. I am sorry I am not good.
You're a good ghost, Gary.
I am not. But now that I know what I have done, I will carry it with me. Atone. Perhaps then I will be good. A good ghost.
Gary is gone. The office is darker now. On the wall you see a portrait. 2 smiling men. Service and Gary. The day they open their firm. The office begins to shake as the first train of the day rolls by overhead. But the picture stays fixed to the wall. Oh, no! I don't know, did we do something good for Gary? Can we do that again with different ghosts, though? Visit graveyard? There's a lot more ghosts. Let's go back. Hello again. It's nice to see you. I'll just put your name down, and you can go right in. Let's go with the Room of Palms this time. The Room of Palms. It looks like the basement of an old church. Faded linoleum floors. Spare walls with the odd religious print framed in peach-colored wood. On one side is a large open kitchen. Old refrigerators donated by the congregation hum and drip. This must be where the cabbage smell is coming from. Rows of long tables are set up for the next spaghetti supper. They work well enough for today's speed dating. The bell rings and a ghost appears.
Whoa! Sup? I'm Riley. You're pretty hot for a ghost.
You're not so bad yourself.
Right? Isn't it cool we stayed the age we died? Makes dying young a little better.
How'd you die?
Oh wow, so... long story. I was a wide receiver in high school. Got real good. When it came time for college, bam! Full scholarship. But football's rough. When you catch passes like I did, you take a lot of blows. After a while, I started getting headaches. I'd get dizzy just standing up. But I kept playing. Had to. I mean, these were my best years. Until one day, intracranial hematoma. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, now I'm here. And we get to meet. So it's not at all bad. I try not to let how I died define me. So many ghosts have sad stories. I want to make the best of this. Have some fun. Be the best Riley I can be. It's just hard to figure out what that means. I wish ghosts didn't care so much about labels. It's just like when we were alive. Everyone always telling me who I was, without bothering to learn who I am. That's deep, Riley. Thanks, bud. Football knocked stuff around in there, but sometimes my brain still works. Any interests beyond sports? I try to branch out, but sports are just so fun, you know? Like, what's better than working up a sweat? Not that I sweat anymore. Okay, Riley, the bell rings. Next ghost, please. Oh, snap. Half time. Guess we call timeout. Let's keep this going in the second half. Another ghost appears.
Hello, sunshine.
The ghost takes a long drag of their cigarette. The smoke rises up through their hollow frame, pumping out holes in their back. They let you smoke in here?
I didn't ask. Won't make much difference now. My name's Vera. That or, the lady in smoke. That's what, the ghost hunters call me.
Ghost hunters?
Living weirdos. Trying to prove we exist. Hunter sounds dramatic. Gives them too much credit. For years now, I've haunted Vegas. The glitzier condominiums. On the strip, obnoxious houses behind gates. I wake up, rich fools at night, shrouded in gray smoke, jangling pennies, wailing pay the price, junk like that.
Why the rich?
They've usually done something bad, something no one knows. One look at me pulls it out of them. You should see the looks they give me.
Did you live in Vegas?
I did. I was an executive assistant to this big shot casino owner. This was back in the boom. Everyone moved in post-war. By the early 50s, it was a wonderland. My boss was a real piece of work. Balding, bad suits, always eating peanuts, tossing back rye. He was obsessed with money, got it any way he could, and never let it go. No one liked him, but plenty feared him. It was my job to keep his sins quiet. Anyway, that's me. What brings you to this thing?
Can we talk more about you?
Of course. There's a lot to cover. Where to even start?
The bell rings.
Guess that's the bell. We'll have to pick this up later. See ya.
I like Vera, but she's killing my throat. Another ghost appears. What the fuck is this?
Hey,
Hey,
I'm Stephanie. But you can call me Steph. Everybody does.
hi Steph.
Hey! Oh gosh, I'm nervous. I've never done anything like this before. I spent like an hour putting my face on this morning.
You look nice.
Thank you. That's sweet of you to say.
What brings you to speed dating?
I've been single for a while. At first, it was great. I did what I wanted to do. Taught myself some Japanese, played my clarinet every day without fail, allowed myself time to get to know the real me. But after a while, the silence gets to you. My cat only says so much.
Tell me about your cat.
Clarence, after the angel, but he's more of a demon, especially around food. You know how most cats have this pleasant meow? Almost a mew? Clarence wails and whines, all raspy like he's dying. Or dead. You probably think I'm so weird.
We're all a little weird.
I suppose it beats being normal. There's something worse than meeting someone and running out of things to say after like 10 minutes. That's why I'm here. There's no time to get bored. If you do, it's almost impressive.
Tell me about learning Japanese.
I thought I'd pick it up easily, since it's so far removed from English. There's such an art to drawing the characters, but there are so many. First you learn hiragana, those are the basic characters for sounds. Then katakana, for words taken from other languages. By the time I learned all those, I thought I was getting pretty good. Then came kanji. There are thousands of kanji characters. It's overwhelming.
You can always visit Japan.
I'd love to. It would help me to be immersed like that. It's just hard to find the money.
Tell me about the clarinet.
You gotta commit to it. When I first learned as a kid, we rented one which was gross, cause, well, you have this cloth. It's like a little metal thing attached to a long string. The cloth is on the other end. When you're done playing, you take the mouthpiece off and run the little metal thing through the clarinet to pull the cloth through and despidify it.
What happens if you don't?
It's not a big deal. It'll just get gross after a while. Kinda moldy.
Do you miss playing?
Not really. I mean, I still practice every day.
But you can't breathe.
Of course I can breathe. I'm talking to you, aren't I?
That's different.
How?
Because you're dead?
Are you threatening me? Cause that is super not cool. I'm gonna tell Fran. She'll ban you.
You're a ghost, Steph.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
She doesn't know she's dead?
No, wait. The bell can't be ringing yet. I don't understand. We're dead? Did I die? Am I a ghost?
Oh my god, we're going back to Steph. I really like Steph. Steph is the way to go. The second round begins.
Sup? I'm Riley again. So, what should we talk about now?
Got any dating tips?
Dating tips, huh? I'm only a player on the field. Off-it love's no game for me. I just try to be real and ask the same for others. It's pretty simple, actually.
I like you, Riley.
I like you too.
That bell was like insta. Okay.
So I was thinking it might be fun to see a game together. My old team's playing our state rivals. It's been a while since I've checked on them. That's not my thing. Bummer. But hey, I understand. I think maybe we count this as a loss. There's always next time though.
again, sunshine. Good to see you back around. We already talked a bit about how I lived the Vegas life. My crooked casino boss. I'd like to tell you about how I died.
Are you sure? Vera takes a long drag of your cigarette.
I'm always sure. Speed dating. Might as well lay my cards out. One day in 1954, the casino rang me up. A voice, the boss's son, said they were out of clean shirts. It was maybe 6 a.m. The sun wasn't up yet. I dropped my girl off at a sitter and rushed over to the casino.
You had a daughter?
Sure did. I was a single mom in the 50s. In case you're doubting why I stayed at the job, the casino front doors were locked. The doors were never locked. Security let me in. Led me to the blackjack tables, where my boss was waiting. Dead. On the floor. Blood. Soaking into the burgundy carpet.
How did she die?
A knife, probably. This guy's hated guns. His son was there. He smiled when he saw me. "You'll make this go away," he said. I nodded. 2 guys, bigger than horses, stepped up behind me. They loaded my dead boss into the trunk of a black car. One of them drove. The other made sure to sit with me in the back seat.
Did you like the son?
No. When I say son, you probably picture a kid. 20 or so? This guy was going on 45. He'd inherited his dad's thirst for power, but not his loyalty. Kept thinking about where this put me. When we got to the desert, would they bury me too? But they didn't. I watched as my boss friend to the mayor. A builder. A legend. Got what he deserved. A hole in the sand.
Did you confront the son?
Not a chance. By the time we got back to the strip, the casino was open. Busy as ever. And the son was out making funeral arrangements. A heart attack. That's what they called it. Sudden. Unexpected. Tragic. Poor scrap.
And your daughter?
I wasn't about to pick her up. At least not until things cooled down. I went home alone. Locked all the doors and windows. Turned off all the lights. And waited. Nothing happened. Until I nodded off. I woke to an intense heat. Took a deep breath. Sucking in hot black smoke. My lungs felt like they were burning. I couldn't see. I burned my home down. After making sure I was inside.
What about your kid?
I made sure she was taken care of. Had a bunch of money stashed away. My brother in Tulsa took her in. For a long time I couldn't bear to see her. And by the time I was ready, I couldn't find her. I can't even tell you if she's still alive.
Oh my god.
Sorry this got so grim. After this is all over, maybe we can grab a drink and try not to let the past haunt us, even for just an hour.
I'll think about it. I also like Vera. Vera is great. Steph is also great. Oh my god, Steph. How the fuck did she die? Was she buried alive or something?
So, wait. We're actually totally 100% dead?
Yes.
As in afterlife. The afterlife. The afterlife.
Yes.
So you're a ghost. And I'm a ghost?
Yes.
Oh boy, do I need a drink?
I hear you.
I was never really a big drinker. It's funny though. I sort of feel drunk now. Or, I don't know, dissociated. Like the world is going on without me. It's a familiar feeling. I felt it a lot when I was alive too.
How long have you been dead?
I guess since 2004? That's the last year I remember.
Where have you been?
I've been somewhere. It's hard to explain. Sort of like being lost. You keep circling around, coming back to the place you started. Except inside your own head. That old ghost over there, Vera, I think her name is. She says she's seen this before. A kind of limbo? Spirits coming to terms with death, a death they refuse to accept. I guess this means I've accepted it? All this makes my head hurt.
What's with your mask?
Mask? Am I wearing a mask? I honestly have no idea what I look like.
It's a person's face, but blank.
Sounds like me, alright. Blank. While putting on a brave face. Now that I realize I'm wearing a mask, I'm afraid to take it off.
I wonder what's under there.
That's what I'm afraid of. I didn't know I died until now. But I sure know how I died. This is hard to talk about. I had cancer. A brain tumor. It was bad. Diagnosed a week after my 19th birthday. I started getting headaches and feeling confused about things. Things would just look wrong, out of place. It's hard to describe.
What was the treatment like?
It was rough. Radiation, chemo, so much chemo. They said it was aggressive, so they had to be aggressive. Eventually, the symptoms subsided. It seemed like they zapped it. They told me I was progression-free, whatever that means. I was allowed to go back to school, but I didn't. I treated to my room. After so much time facing death, I had a lot of trouble facing people. Funny, huh? Now I'm facing death and people. There's the bell. I guess it's back out into the world now. I have a lot to figure out. It was nice to meet you. Thanks for helping me talk about this.
Steph leaves the room. If you hurry, you could catch up to her. See if she'd like to talk some more. Then again, a date with a ghost like Steph might not be the most exciting. She's no football hunk, nor is she the infamous lady in smoke. We are going for Steph. I've decided. You catch up with Steph. She looks surprised to see you. You think it's hard to tell with a mask.
Hey, what's up? Is everything okay?
I just thought we should hang out.
Oh, cool. I'd like that. Where should we go?
The symphony.
Normally, I'd love to see the symphony. For all the years I've played clarinet, I've never actually seen a professional orchestra. Another time, though, maybe we could just walk around. Maybe find a nice park. Talk a bit.
A heavy layer of snow has claimed the trees and buried the grass nearby. A cobblestone walking trail twists around the edge of a lake. You pass an old ghost sitting on a bench, tossing nothing on the ground but still going through the motions. The ghosts of geese gather around him anyway, acting out of a ritual that no longer serves any purpose.
This is all still so confusing.
I know what you mean.
I guess all ghosts must feel this, or something like it. Were you this lost when you died?
For a while, yes.
How did you figure things out?
I am still figuring things out.
Dying is not a simple thing. I just feel like I spent years on a puzzle, only to realize I'm missing pieces. They're gone. I'll never finish. And now, what do I do? Do I take the puzzle apart? Be proud that I did what I could?
It's still an accomplishment.
I guess. But now what? What do we even do as ghosts? Do we get jobs? What's the point of anything?
You can help people.
I guess we have powers. We can manipulate things, right?
That's up to you.
When you're little, everyone asks, what do you want to be when you grow up? Now it's like, what do you want to be when you die? It's too much pressure. I gotta learn how to walk again before I figure out where to go.
You have a lot of options.
I keep thinking about all the things I can do now. Eat, drink. I could go for a milkshake right now. Vanilla. A slice of apple pie. But I guess I won't taste it. There's no point in eating. So then I just want to play my clarinet, but I can't do that either.
But you can do so much more.
At least I can still do puzzles. I finished learning Japanese. I think I'm ready to take my mask off.
You got this.
You say so. How do I look?
Beautiful.
Thanks for lying to me. And thanks for the talk. It helped a lot.
We should do this again sometime.
I'd like that.
It's hard to be a ghost, but Steph seems like she'll be alright. What's next for you, though?
That little game was so much fun! I've had it in my library for so long and I never touched it, but it was so cute and so wholesome. Okay, that was really good. That was really good. That was speed dating for ghosts.
Let me know what you think down in the comment. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a happy Halloween, and I'll see you in the next episode of whatever comes next. Until then, thank you everybody for watching. Have fun whatever you do. Take care of yourselves, and do not forget, keep on gaming. I will see you all next time.